All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Menko Meetup number 6. Today we have Mike and Mike. Ryan said he cannot make it today, and we have a special guest, and I'll bring him in. And I guess he's filling in for Ryan since Ryan is gone. Welcome, none other than Roberts at Prestige Collectibles. How's it going, Rob?
Good. How you guys doing?
Not too bad, not too
Thanks for
bad.
having me.
Nice. Welcome, Robert.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Actually, I was just telling everybody for those watching, I I thought it was a 10 a.m. start time, not 9 a.m. start time, my time, and so I almost missed it because I would have been sleeping, and you guys would have been here and like, where's Dan? But thankfully that did not happen. All right. So how is everybody doing? How's everybody been?
Good.
Very good. Very good. It's been a productive month in the land of Menko.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. I'm excited to see what you got. Robert, have you had any shows since the national?
Shows? No, nothing.
Auctions?
I'm going to Japan in November, but I
Oh, wow.
haven't been to any shows.
Okay. Auctions. Did you have any of your auctions?
I'm working on one now. It's going to be starting in a week, 10 days, no more than 2 weeks.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, you mentioned it in your last video, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Gary Engel helps me with the write-ups, and he's been working on that, and then I have to kind of put it together and get it online. So hopefully soon.
Nice. Pretty good resource to help with, Gary. That's
Yeah.
good source to have.
Oh, Robert, I have a story for you.
Oh.
Somebody thought I was you
Oh, really?
at a flea market I was set up at
Oh, wow.
with my store. They were like, "Oh, you were at the National." I was like, "No, I wasn't."
Oh,
And they're like, "Oh, you have all the Japanese stuff," because I had a couple baseball things in my glass case. I was like,
Oh.
"No, that is not me."
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's not many people set up with Japanese stuff at card shows. Once in a while, you see somebody with a few things, but
Yeah, I was actually surprised that he, in this random like flea market, he had been to the National and bought from you, and I was like, "Nah, that's not me, man."
no.
I could, well, I don't know if he said he saw Robert or not at the national, but Japanese stuff is so rare. I can't blame the guy,
hmm
but oh well. I wish there were more Roberts out there. Um, so did you guys pick up any Minkos since we met last?
Too many.
Yeah.
Too many, as always.
All right.
Good problem to have.
Yeah, I picked up. I only picked up baseball and a few KinikoMan figures. That's what I got. So I scanned all my Menkos and put them in semi rigid like I usually do, and then those are what I can share. I also picked up a couple modern things I can share quickly, and then we'll take turns. Usually, Robert, we usually go in a circle and just
Okay.
take turns showing stuff off we picked up since the last Menko meetup.
All right.
I'm expecting Robert to dive deep into his personal collection to show us amazing, wonderful things. So no pressure. No pressure. The rarest of the rare.
Mike, is this your first time talking to Robert live?
Live, yeah. I mean, we've emailed a few times, but first time meeting you, so it's a pleasure. Pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure. Yeah. I've watched most of these the live streams that you have.
Yeah, we appreciate you joining the chat usually too, which is great. And God is Great is here again too. He was a regular with us. It's always good to see him.
I don't know. I mean, I can hear you okay, Rob. You sound, even though I can hear you okay, you sound muffled.
Oh, do I?
I
don't know.
Well, no, you're acceptable, I guess. But you think he's fine? Acceptable. I just wish it was.
Does I sound okay, Mike? I don't know.
I wish it was louder, like Mike and Mike's.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
Okay. I'm just full of hot air, so that's my thing.
I could talk louder. I don't know how to make it louder. If there's a setting or something, or if
can you turn up your volume?
Turn it up.
I'm not sure if that will make a difference on your end.
Yeah, I don't. Let me check the settings. I don't audio.
Are you using a laptop microphone?
No, I'm using a computer, and I have a Logitech camera with a built-in mic, but it's Yeah, it says it's working. So
Might be like a piece of dust or something, like inside maybe.
We can hear
Not
you.
much you can do about that. But
It's
yeah, you
not
sound
like
fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I click reduce mic background noise. I don't know if that helps.
nah,
Is that-
I think it's fine.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is this better?
Keep going.
No?
Yeah,
Better?
well, a little bit.
Yeah, it said automatically adjust mic volume. I put it the highest, which is 200.
Okay, yeah, I like this better than what you
Okay.
were at.
I'll leave this. Okay.
Okay.
All
Let's see here. All right, who wants to go first? Mike, you want to go first? Show Robert the ropes.
Which one?
Well, Mike, do you want to show anything?
Which Mike?
Which one?
Well, no, I mean Scaleraz.
I don't have much in the way of Menko, if that isn't a problem.
Okay,
No,
like
know, if it's Japanese, we all
Yeah, I've been kind of on a spending freeze for a bit, just reasons.
Sure.
And I'm a Chiba Lotte fan, and they kind of were absent from Menko for 30 some years. There's not a lot of Lotte stuff. So I don't have it in hand right now, so I have my Zen Market account. This is stuff I'm going to hopefully actually get rid of at the non-sports convention next month, because I had some wrestling stuff last time and that was pretty much all that sold, and I got the asking price I wanted for it. Whereas like if I had anything Ultraman or anything else, they were like, well, I don't want to spend $10. That's not a garbage pail kid.
They want it for free.
Pretty much. I've learned to just ignore all of them. But last show, I mean, getting into numbers, but I got $40 for each magazine I had last show. So I mean, some of these I'll probably keep just because it's, vintage pro wrestle stuff.
I didn't realize the magazines went for that cheap. I
think it's the fact that wrestling magazines back then in the U.S. were all kind of on newsprint, and they were black and white for the most part. And the Japanese magazines, as you can see, they went full color glossy. So it's the only way you can really get to see a lot of those matches that were over there.
Can you?
If anybody would know, that would be Robert.
True. Can you make him bigger?
Are you familiar? I'm sorry, Robert. Are you familiar with these magazines?
That work for you?
Not so much.
Dan, can you make him?
Yeah.
Full screen.
I don't know what that one. That's yeah, I don't know what that one is. Yeah, the Hulk Hogan. It's
Did Iron Sheik down there? It was.
Yeah.
There's
someone told me that over there, pretty much a lot of heels and faces could just kind of hang out because they never imagined in a million years this stuff would make it over to the States. So you get pictures like this. There's an interview with Hogan saying he thinks the WWF belt is a toy and he wants the IWGP belt because he never thought in a million years that would ever reach the US. So a lot of this stuff from this era is kind of popular in the US because it's Ichiban Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, wrestling's getting hotter and hotter.
And fun story, his finisher was like a clothesline called the Axe Bomber, and he only used that in Japan. And they say if he had never switched to the leg drop in the US, he probably wouldn't have needed like 7 spine surgeries that he has now. Just because that was so hard on his back, multiple times a week.
I imagine all of it was bad on his back.
Oh, for sure. This was in a magazine calendar.
What's the Japanese guy's name again?
There's Inoki right there.
Yeah, Inoki. Yeah, that guy's
that
big.
Might be Great Muta, maybe. I might be wrong. I don't think it is. There's Stan Hansen, I think.
There's Andre down there, bottom.
Oh yeah, Japanese Andre stuff goes for a decent amount. Well, it's just real popular. This calendar's kind of cool. I might keep this one.
Ric Flair, nice.
I think those would look pretty nice framed.
I just saw something about how Ric Flair and some other wrestlers. I think it might have been the. I'm sorry. What's the Japanese guy name again?
Inoki.
I think Inoki. Robert, maybe you know this, or maybe you guys know this. Inoki, like, basically set up a show, and Ric Flair and other guys came, but it was in North Korea.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really big thing.
And
That
like
they
all the
almost
people
all got
had
into
to
a lot of
go, they were
trouble.
made to go, and there was like no clapping, and the documentary was they just said it was so weird because you can imagine how North Korea.
There's a video of North Koreans seeing a K-pop band for the first time, and it's the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
thing.
they're
No
sitting there, right?
clapping.
Or were they clapping?
No clapping, just stone faced, and
Yeah. That's how they usually are at everything.
yeah, apparently that's just how they consume media over there. They just don't clap.
Or they're told not to clap. Yeah,
Either or.
they're puppets, sadly. Oh, so
You
they
don't
so that
subscribe to the North Korean utopia theory
of course
that people have.
them in their Ethernet that they say is their internet, right? So
And then
that's a poster from one of the magazines.
yeah, this is a two-part poster. I think one of this might have actually been an advertising magazine.
That's front and back.
No, it's two different posters.
Oh, two different ones. Okay.
I think this one I actually saw in a picture sometime. It was hung up on like a like not in the stadium, but like in a store. But the way it's folded, I think it must have been in a magazine. But I think that's his wife back then. Not too certain. This magazine I kind of think is kind of funny. I think I'll keep this one. Just the aggressively American.
Nothing. And
Then of course you got your protein powder.
Of course.
There's an Andre.
Nice. Nature
more
boy.
These magazines are like really cool. And yeah, that's all I have right now. As I've said, I kind of have Menko of all the players that I want Menko of, and I'm not too much of a completionist right now. So like I have O's. I don't have an O rookie. I think I might pursue a pack pulled O autograph at some point.
Okay.
Out of BBM before he dies, because he's mid-80s at this point.
Yeah, same with Nagashima.
Yeah, Nagashima's also, he had a stroke too, so his autograph's a bit
Oh, did he?
it was a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago. His autograph's really
I thought you
really
meant
weird.
recently.
Oh no, I did actually see a news article about that. It was one of those Google ones where they date it to today's date just to get clicks.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, he had another one, and I was like, what the hell?
Looking at that price,
that's all I got.
when did you can you go back one screen to the 1500?
Oh, this one?
When was this? What year? What day was that?
When did this come out?
No. When did you purchase that stuff? Within the past couple weeks?
A couple days ago.
Well, I find that interesting because the yen looks like it's almost even with the U.S. dollar now.
Oh yeah, it's not as fun buying from Zen Market as it was a couple years ago.
No, I don't know if I noticed. I guess I haven't looked in the past few days, but the Korean won is at 76 cents to the dollar.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like the Korean. I don't know if Zen Market includes other yen in their fee, but that's remarkably close to being even now. But I'm not sure if that's the case. Anyway, that's what I noticed when I buy things in Japan.
Well, that's 142, so that's not horrible.
So it sounds like it's better than before.
It's usually 6 yen off of the published rate or so. That's what most of those companies charge. That's, I guess, how they make their money.
Okay. I guess, yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mike.
Yep.
All right, let's go back out. All right. Mike, you want to go next?
Yeah. I always have too much, so I never know where to start. I guess I'll start with some baseball. So I bought just a large lot that honestly, when I looked at the listing, it looked like, I'll try and look at them. Typical lot, it just was a smattering of cards, right? It's just like a pile of cards, and there's like 2 pictures, and so you don't really know what's in it. You can see something here or there, and that's about it. But from what I could count on the screen, it looked like there was like 40, 50 cards. It ended up being like 250 cards, which I was really surprised by. But wow. It was a mix of all kinds of stuff, but almost all primarily late 40s, early 50s, Nico. And so in there were some what I think are uncatalogued at this point. I've seen other cards like this one. I think this is Rintaro
Yeah.
Imanishi, a pitcher
Yeah.
for the Honky Braves. I think that says Imanishi on his cap there.
Yeah, you might.
But I've seen other cards with it that look like this, but I don't think it's cataloged yet. But I thought that was really gorgeous. I love the cards that have the same the image on the front and the back. I just think those are really, really cool. This is an Oshita that is, again, a same image front and back, and I couldn't find this one in the catalog either, so I think it's uncatalogued. Obviously, it's got a big chewed mark out of it, but I kind of like them that way. But it's an Oshita. And then
So
this one,
the first one you showed, do you have multiples from that set, or is that the only one?
no, this is the only one I have. I saw another seller on like eBay, a gentleman out of Hawaii that was selling a good number of Menko, and I saw it looked exactly like this as far as the background and just the reverse image. So I've seen one other one, but I don't have. This is the only one I have personally for that one. And I would have sworn I'd seen this back somewhere before, but I can't find it in the catalog. So I'm either just missing it in the catalog or it's uncatalogued. But this is Yamamoto with the Honky Braves as well.
Nice.
I love this image because it's like I'm assuming it's like a stadium background or university or something.
Yeah, that's Nankai Hawks. That's Tsuruoka.
Hawks.
Yeah, Tsuruoka Yamamoto. He had two names.
Yeah, I meant Hawks. Did I say Braves? Because it's I'm staring at the Hawks on the back here.
Okay.
So I don't know why I said Braves. I think I was still thinking of the previous one, but I would have sworn I'd seen this back somewhere before, but I couldn't find it. But I love this caricature of the baseball player. I think that's
I do
cool
like that
little
one.
image there. But so there's some uncatalogued ones. Then a few cataloged were in there as well. These are not all very good shape, but here's a Starfin. I collect Starfin personally. This is a JCM 147. Again, another reverse back. Well, I should say the same image front and back.
Right.
But that's that one. Here is our, you know him, you love him, Doigaki. And every single set, it seems like.
You should be in the Hall of Fame alone.
I wish they put him in the Hall of Fame already.
I agree, guy. I don't know. I mean, maybe they will someday, but he really should. And this is JCM 186. So I think that's a really cool back as well.
No, I do like that one.
Yeah. This is, I think it's Nobuo Nakatani. I'm not sure about the first name, but Nakatani. This is JCM 107, the scoreboard.
Oh, I like the image in the scoreboard, yeah.
Yeah, I always like those. It's Nakatani. This is from one of the Seals sets. This is Dino Rastelli. Again, for whatever reason, you have the little seal that you can see right there who's balancing the ball on his nose, which I always think is pretty cool. And again, this is a same image on the front and back. This is JCM 50, JCM 50 for Dino Rastelli. And then this is Fujimura, and this is from JCM 200.
Love that image.
Yeah, it's a really cool image there.
Oh, I like the back even. That reminds me of a young player back.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But that's it. And then this one is from the same set. This is Starfin.
Oh, wow.
But it's not cataloged. It's not listed in the set. So I don't know if that's just an omission by accident or if it just had not been included yet. But then there's the written on back. But there's the back. So that's JCM 200. And
now I'm sorry. Are all these from the same lot of cards you bought in the same single lot? Did you see that?
This one wasn't. This one was in a separate lot, but all the other ones were from the same lot. Okay. This one actually came from a different smaller lot.
Okay.
But yeah. And then lastly, this is.
Oh, I had that one.
The Shisho Taksui.
Takasu,
I think. Takasu, Takesue. It's from JCM 116. There's only like 4 or 5 cards in this set. I have the Starfin from this set as well. Okay. This is JCM 116, but it's like one of the Who Am I trivia back ones.
Right.
And from that same lot with the with that star fin. That last one I showed you. There's just a couple other baseball ones. This was I love this card so much.
That's ball.
Bath ball. I just think that's so great. And not only on the front, but on the back, does it say bath ball on the back?
That reminds me of the tournament set.
Yeah.
Because of the number. Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that GI playing bath ball. I just think is great. Then just some generic kind of cartoony baseball. A lot of these.
No, I'm kidding.
Right. Right. It might as well be. I mean, we should. But just all these teaching English language.
I'm sorry. You got a couple more, or what you got in there? Or
just 2 more, and then I'll be done.
Okay, I'm sorry. You 2 more for this. You have more cards.
Yeah, just this. I can go all night, but I'm not going to. But
right. Robert, you show that card again when you're next. Okay, go.
Okay.
Go.
All right.
So this one is just another baseball sort of themed one pitcher, sort of cartoon rabbit. Kind of looks like the rabbit in the hair from that cartoon. Right. I really like this back.
I've never seen that back before.
I haven't seen it before either. I really thought that was really cool. And then this is a transportation back, but it's not a baseball player. I think it's an actor or comedian. There's several other ones I've seen like this, but baseball related. I like how they do that with a lot of like in Tatsu and these other comedians of that era. They'll put them in baseball uniforms and put them in these sets, and it's just fun. So, anyways, that's my first go.
All righty, Rob, it's your first time. You ready?
Oh yeah. Well,
it's not like you've done it before.
You were showing a card with this back.
Oh yeah.
I'm laying here, but it's Popeye.
Oh, cool. Now see, that's sweet. Yeah. Love it.
I mean, some of the stuff I picked up recently, some I had for a little bit. I do have a giant starfin.
Ooh, nice.
I have that, but it's smaller.
Yeah,
that's the real big one.
And I have his older brother, Stalin, too.
I've seen that one before. That is great.
That's a Kagome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Kagome.
What are the things I want you to guess? Like, what does it say? Like,
I didn't even look at it. I'm the. Yeah, what is it like? I live in the Kremlin, and the world's. Everyone, I don't know, keeps their eye on me, something like that.
Just wondered if they're in any way negative or they're just glowing.
No, it doesn't look like anything negative. Interesting.
Love it.
Actually, I have this. I don't know if it's a card. I don't know if it's Menko. I don't know what it is. And I have a couple other players, but this one is of O. And it says O and giant Kyojin on it.
Yeah.
It's blank back.
Huh.
So I don't know if it's kind of thin. So I don't know if it's actually cut from a box or from a sheet or from a magazine, but no idea what it is. But he looks really young.
Like a play piece for a game too.
Yeah,
I
saw a couple other players, and I showed it to Gary. He didn't know, never saw it before, so it was.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
Love that image.
Yeah, I mean, this one is. I guess it's not rare, but this is. I don't know if you can see who that is.
Is that cow?
It's
Yonamine. Oh, okay.
But it says O.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong spot. Here we go. Yeah, it says O, like an O rookie, but it's a picture of Yonamine and Fujita.
Huh. Yeah, I saw O on there, and I was like, but I don't see O. That's
really
cool.
It's
the scoreboard back set? Nice.
Huh. But it would have been an O rookie if they put the right player on there.
I'm sorry,
like,
did they have a border? I just
had
a border.
Yeah, that had a border.
So that's a 59?
Yeah, it should be 59.
Wow. I don't see errors too often. Or at least I'm paying attention.
Well, I guess the biggest error was unless it was done on purpose, that Chico Barbone card with Jackie Robinson on it.
Right. Yeah. That's the
for fortune now.
Yeah, exactly.
Not when I had him. Yeah, I kind of bouncing all over the place, but I picked up some Sumo Menko. I was going to show Ryan, but
oh, nice.
Ryan.
uncut or unpunched.
Yeah, unpunched. That's really nice.
Oh, that's rare to find an unpunched like that.
There was a few that I picked up together. This one is kind of neat looking back.
Oh wow, those are really intricate.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Love
Yeah, I always I had a few other ones of these in the past, but these are big ones.
Oh wow, that's
One of
huge.
these. Yeah, I think that's Musashiyama Yokozuna.
Yep.
So yeah, these are those are pretty cool. Yeah, I don't have.
Do you
Yeah,
do you know how the big ones were? Those big ones in tapas?
I have no idea how they were made, and they're not like they're. There's no perforation, so they weren't probably together. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if these were some kind of premiums. So if you had a smaller one and had a number on the back, you get to pick a bigger one.
Yeah.
Like the
We're missing the man we need. Ryan would know in a second.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to show him. These I got a little while ago, but these are early 1900s.
Oh, nice.
Wow, those look old.
Yeah, those are the early ones.
1905 or something. They have really huge numbers on the back too.
Yeah, yeah. Those are the woodblock printed
ones. The woodblock ones. I had you see these on eBay quite a bit. I might even put this set up. It's a set of 16 cards.
Oh yes.
Yeah, these since they're generic, they're not in the guide, but the back, and they're either somewhere between like 26 or 30 or something like that. Based on Waseda and KO.
Right.
And then but they're all generic players, so it's hard to figure out exactly when they're from.
Right.
Yeah. I just picked this up too. I don't even think it's technically I don't know if anyone's seen this before.
Oh.
Wow.
I've seen these, but not with. I didn't realize they had baseball players. I've seen them with like Mickey Mouse and other like cartoon characters. I haven't seen it with baseball players.
The glass is like glass there. And because if you cut that out and you found it, you'd think it looked like a Menko card, Nagashima. Yeah. And I don't know if this is from '58 as rookie year or '59, but it's pretty close. I have another one, but the glass came off.
The glass that popped out. Huh.
This is no warranty on this one.
Is there a manufacturer on that anywhere that you know?
Yeah, it says Lion. Right on the right here it says Lion Gangu. So Lion.
Oh, okay.
Company, I guess. It says Lion Camera.
Right.
And I don't know. There was actually this was inside the box, and I don't think it has anything. Not that it has anything to do with it, but this piece of newspaper in there, and then these are kind of blank things. So I don't know if this is one of the things where you put, and then the sun would put an image onto it.
Oh, right.
Like through the glass. So you put something here, and then it would transfer it to this type of paper. That I'm not sure about. Yeah, it's I don't know. There's just so much unknown, about these cards, and I don't know if I guess you guys have talked. You've seen some of the books on Menko cards, like Menko Graffiti and things like that. Okay. Yeah, I remember back in the early '90s when it came out, I would find them in the bookstore. I would pick up everyone I could find. And,
I pick them up, but I can't read them. So I just like the images.
Yeah, I don't know how much of it's accurate, in there as far as the dates and things, but the pictures are pretty cool that they have.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Robert, how about you keep looking for stuff and we'll continue.
Okay.
I think there was a question from God is Great for Robert earlier. He was wanting to know about where you've. What do you say? Oh, yeah.
I don't see any questions. Some of the old. Yeah, I mean, now most of the stuff I get online. I used go to Japan. I used to go to old, bookstores and toy stores and things like that. But there's, even the flea markets and antique shows. But it is hard finding things at this day and age. Because most of it's online now. So I wish I knew. So when I go, I always go to the same places or try a few new ones. But it's not finding too much, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. I will share something more modern.
Please.
All right. So this is I purchased this Players Day from 2007. It's a big piece. I don't know if it was from the Giants Club or if it was a stadium giveaway, but in each of these cards was a sample. I believe it's a sample card because all right. So there's 5 different players. The 5 players are Yoshinobu Takahashi, Shinosaki Abe, Yoshitomo Tani, Tomohiro Nioka, and Lee Sun-yup is why I bought it. So I bought it for this card, this Lee Sun-yup card. That is, to my knowledge, that is not an actual. I mean, yes, it's a facsimile auto, but generally when they do have these facsimile autos on these cards, they actually you can feel them, but these are sample cards, so I just think it's printed on there, not I don't want to say engraved, but you can't feel it. It just
embossed or whatever.
Yeah, normally they are, and then the back is different than typical cards. So this one shows player day as 7/25/2007. So that day he probably would have had a player card just for him that day. All of these guys had different days that year: 7/27, 7/28, 8/18, and 7/24. And so each of these days, Robert, do you remember when I sent you that Easing Up package?
Yeah. Exactly.
And those first 2 cards were player day cards, and they were in their own little card. Over.
Yeah.
And yeah, so each of these guys, I think these cards are talking about the Players Day cards that they have individually, and when they're in here, they're like each corner. They're in by each corner, so the card's gonna be damaged, as you can see right here. You know how they place them inside, like on the corners. You know how that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So the 2 player day cards I have for Easing Up on those actual days when you have player day cards, they're in things like this. So I got like a PSA 5 and a PSA 6 on those because they're going to be damaged because of the way they're put in these things. So I got this really cheap. I got this for maybe $15. I don't remember, but this was one of the more modern things. So
nice.
This card will be sent to PSA to go in my Easing Up Master Set registry. So that's why I bought it. Oh, what's crazy? All right, so this was the seller, whoever. Or so this is a 1997 Players Day thing, and it was put in not 2007. Sorry, and it was put inside of this. It's a 2010 calendar for July. So it fit in really nicely inside of this and folded over, and then it was put in this Yomiuri Giants envelope, big envelope. So it was inside of this, or vice versa, and then it was put inside of this plastic bag. So I think this. No, this is actually folded. So I don't think the Players Day thing came with this other stuff. But anyway, everything just happens to have the Giants on it. So maybe they're a huge Giants fan. I don't know, but that's the reason why I bought the Easing Up card. Another card I have, I don't have it in front of me. Give me 1 second. Another card I purchased is this 2009 Exciting Road photo card of Easing Up. So they have a card. So the normal Exciting Road set, the card looked like this, and then the photo card is this orange brown frame on the outside. So it actually does feel like it's inside of a frame. So this one will also go to PSA for my Master Set registry.
Nice.
Dan,
go ahead.
Do you know offhand about how many Easing Up authentic signed cards were in Japanese packs. Like there are
Oh
a
my
lot of
God.
them.
Well, they're especially you mean like pack box pulled?
Yeah. 'Cause I bought one recently, and I'm like, if there's a few of them, I wouldn't mind trying to get some of them, but it seems like there's too many, and it's just going to cost a
Yeah, it
fortune.
will. No. His cards are expensive if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, I
His
got this one, number 27.
Yeah, his autographs. I don't have a single pack pulled autograph for Lee because I don't want to pay that much for them.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'd rather try and just search for all the other cards he has. But yeah, and more recently he's been in a lot. He has. I don't think his first pack pulled auto was from I think 2004, 2005 with the Chibe Loche Marines.
uh,
Um, So those are my more modern things. I have a couple other modern things. Then I could go back to my vintage. Yeah. So I'm sorry, Robert. Most of his all of his autos started in 2004, and he's had more recently since he's retired. They've Epic and BBM is, I don't know about BBM, I forgot, but he does have a lot of autographs more recently.
yeah, I got an Epoch one that's numbered to 27.
Yeah. You got my address right.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that was, it was like 50,000 yen, I think. It was not cheap.
Oh, wow.
yeah. That's the cheapest I've seen his autographs.
Yeah, and I saw other ones, but it's just too much.
Yeah, no, I as much as I would love them and have one in my collection, I can't afford that, at least because it's been,
Wait for the yen to go to 500, then it'll be cheaper.
yeah. It's going in the wrong direction,
Yeah.
as the Korean one is. Okay, all right, Mike, you up? You ready? I think Skellerad's. Mike, you said that you have nothing else, right?
No, that's it for this month.
Okay, all righty, here we go. Goofray.
All right. So a little bit of non-sport here that I think is pretty cool. This is that same lot that I got with that, like that 40, late 40s, early 50s. So this is a set. All of them are like the playing card kind of generic playing card backs, Menkos. And these are all scientist inventors, which I like that subject matter particularly. So, and I had no idea these were in this lot, so that was quite the surprise. So this is Benjamin Franklin, as you can see here.
Oh wow, this is reminding me of the last thing you shared last time, or was it two shows ago?
Oh, the piece. Are you talking about the piece one?
Yeah. Where they had the people from different countries. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I find these things immensely fascinating. So there's Benjamin Franklin. We've got Thomas Edison here, phonograph.
Wow. This has to be late 40s.
It's kind of hard. It's either late 40s, early 50s, somewhere in that range. It's impossible to know other than just sort of the style and the back. So that's just my guess.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know which Wright brother, but it just says, I think it just says Wright over here. And then the other side it says like invent the airplane or something like that. I didn't think it just says Wright. So I don't know if it's Orville or the other one whose name I'm Wilbur. Thank you. I was going to say Redenbacher, but
So was I.
Not him. So love that. This is Marie Curie. And this actually down here in the bottom, it's making reference to the 1898 number is when she discovered radium. It also looks like Wilbur. I guess these actually do kind of have a likeness to their real person. So yeah. But yeah, so Marie Curie, she discovered radium, which obviously eventually led to the atomic bomb. I think she also died of basically radiation exposure over her life, which is sad as well. Yeah. Here's Alexander Graham Bell in his phone. I don't know who this gentleman is, but I'm guessing not who he's calling, since they're using different kinds of phones. But this one, it took me a while. I had to figure out who this was. This is Werner von Siemens. You've heard of the company Siemens. he founded it. He invented the first electric locomotive as well as other things. But that's him. This is a guy. I found his information at one point. Now I can't find it again, but it's Morrissey is his last name, and he didn't invent the radio or anything like that, but he was really influential in broadcast radio and radio towers or something like that, or shortwave or ham radios.
Not Morse code.
What's that?
Not like the Morse code, but they put Morse.
No, it's not Morse code, which I thought it was that too, but it's something later than Morse code, but it's Morrissey is his name.
I think
then we have a couple of
William Morse. I could be wrong. Morse code is from, I think William Morse invented Morse code.
Yeah, and this is not
Right.
Then we have a couple of Japanese scientists. This is Dr. Hideki Yukawa, and so he was a physicist, and he is famous for having predicted the pi meson, a pion, which I guess is like a theoretical particle. I don't know anything about that, but that's what my research showed.
What's his name? What's his name?
Hideki Yukawa. Yukawa. He's a theoretical physicist.
I'm looking at his photo. Yeah, the hairline is not a the hairline is true.
Yes, yes, and the glasses. Yeah, I think he was Japan's first Nobel laureate. I think was another aspect of his fame. And the last one here, this is Hideo Noguchi. He was a bacteriologist, and he was actually, I think he discovered syphilis, or at least, I don't know if discovering syphilis is the right term to put it, but he was basically the individual who was groundbreaking in discovering it and identifying it, and then eventually trying to treat it.
Right.
And giving it to his wife.
I hope not. So there's that set, and then I picked up this other. I love die cut Menko, especially if you start to look at some of the pre-war stuff. I'd seen a couple of these here or there.
You say Korean War?
What's that?
What war did you say?
Oh, I said pre-war. Sorry.
Okay, pre-war.
Yeah, pre-World War II.
Okay.
So I'd seen a couple of these in different, like individually, but then I found a lot all together, which I thought was really cool. So there's these military sort of die cuts. This one, I believe, says private, like infantry, basically. This one is like a bugler. I think it says bugle or horn or something like that. This one, I can't remember what. I think this was. I think this said Colonel, maybe. I think that's Colonel. From what I'm trying to remember now from when I did the Google image translate, but that was, I think, Colonel. This one I think is hilarious. It's a pigeon, messenger pigeon.
Wow. Okay.
So, and it says that on the back as well. It's something like messenger pigeon equivalent, which I think is really cool. This is Searchlight. So you have here is an airplane. I think this is pretty amazing. The way that the perspective on this one with the massive propeller, and then sort of the wheels on the wing, and then this giant, bigger than life pilot in there. For that. Then this is a general. There. And this was probably my favorite. This is a soldier and his horse in their gas masks. And on the back it says poisonous gas on the back, I think.
Wow.
Or the equivalent thereof. So a really cool kind of a set that I just really love. Some stuff from that era. It's just really, really interesting to me.
All right.
Yeah. So I have more, but I
have a bunch of different players, so we could take turns going around. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, Robert. You're up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a few others here. I'll go with my glasses. I can see better. this one is
Frankie.
Gary, yeah, Frankenstein.
Yes.
So I know Gary lists is in a set like as a peanut card, but I guess actually the shape is a daruma.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's a Kagome.
Yep. I'm one short on that set. God is Great tells me it's a Kawakami, but I've yet to see it.
Oh, I don't know if I saw a picture of one. Yeah, I had a Batman, and I sent it to PSA, and they said there was evidence of coloring on one of the parts. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, you know what PSA
Oh,
is.
wow.
Wow, I've never seen Betty Boop that.
Yeah, Betty Boop one.
I haven't seen that one either.
Her face on the back.
I love that.
Yeah, I
Wow.
think I had a Popeye of this one somewhere too. I don't know. I always liked this Menko. To me, it reminds me of like a late 30s, early 40s comic book,
Nice.
or like a Superman. Those
Yeah,
type
like a spotlight or something. Or...
bubbles and just the way it was drawn.
Can you see the back?
Yeah, it says Oshita on the back.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have that? I don't know if that's the one. I don't know if I have that one.
One time I mailed the Oshita card to somebody, and I wrote in the description, I put his name, and they wouldn't let me do it because it has SHIT.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's put up as a bad word. So yeah, I think it was in the first place. I do have some other Menko here that I don't know. Maybe we don't see that often. Here's a Oshita.
Oh, wow.
Not in great shape, but here's the back.
Yeah, I've never seen that back.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's added, but looks like there's a little glitter on the gold. It's hard to see it, but
That's gorgeous.
yeah,
I've
that
never
one.
seen that one.
Here's one. He doesn't have too many Menko either. Hamazaki Shinji is the Hall of Fame manager of the Braves.
Nice.
And this one's a Kagome.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I do have some of that.
And let's see. I don't know if this is. It says Dai Stars. I don't know if it's supposed to be Starfin, but someone maybe picking a note. Or,
Yeah. I've seen that one, and I always laugh at that one. I love it.
Yeah, here's it's interesting because you get guys like Yoshie, who's from Canada.
Oh, he's Canadian?
Yeah. So once in a while, I've looked up guys that you forget and you find out they're Hawaiian or Canadian or
Sure.
American or so. Yeah, he's.
I love the color on that. I love those colorized sort of photo Menkos like that.
And here's one of, I don't know, this one doesn't see too often. I guess Doigaki, since it's not in the Hall of Fame, he's not happy. 49. It says All Japan on it. So also Kagome.
Nice.
Do you know Doigaki's stats?
Not offhand.
Do you know if he was borderline or was he not even close?
I don't
think
know.
he's good for the time.
Anyway, but
I'm sorry, Mike. What?
I said I think he's pretty good for the time. That 40s, 50s, and that wartime.
Yeah.
And he was also really important for that early Mainichi Orion's team, where they won the first Japan series.
Yeah, that's one way. Yeah.
Or Mike, do you guys know how that works? Can someone that old, can they still be voted in, or is this time done?
Oh, they can still decide to vote him in. It's just they just have to decide it, and I don't know if they're looking back. There was talk a few years ago saying that they're running out of people to induct, because I think recently they inducted the King of Doubles, just because there was nobody else, and then they inducted the well, this one makes sense, but the writer of Roko Orochi, the Hanshin Tigers theme song, they inducted it, or the composer.
Yeah.
It's been kind of weird these past couple of years.
I don't know. But a lot of people think Tuffy Road should be in.
Yeah, but body slamming a Giants coach isn't how you get into the Hall of Fame, so. And then getting into it with Giants media is not how you get into the Hall of Fame, so.
I know Pedro Martinez did it with Donnie Zimmer, so go figure.
Yeah. I guess one thing that makes it easy to figure out if it's, especially like with Doigaki and Beto and Wakabayashi, since if they're on the Tigers, then it would be through 49, since the Orioles started in 50. Here's a Aramaki.
Oh, nice. I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Aramaki's always like the key card that you know it's 50, right?
Yeah, especially with Mainichi, so that helps.
Yeah.
And, here's a Fujimoto.
oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Never look at his stats. I mean, it really looks like him, doesn't it? But if you look up his stats, he was a great pitcher.
I have one with that back.
Yeah. I don't know what set that's from offhand.
It's uncatalogued so far. I've got one. I can't remember which player.
Yeah, here's a Nishizawa.
Oh, wow.
All Japan. So most of these I get 49 if they're all Japan. And a couple of Kawakamis. They're not.
The red bats.
This one has a nice back.
Kawakami was known for the red bat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't Beto the blue bat or whatever?
Oshita.
Oshita.
Yeah. Another Kawakami.
Wow.
Nice. We like the giants on the back there. How they did that.
Yeah, it's nice. The layout, with Kyojin and his name and his height and weight, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Another Kagome.
Nice.
Yeah, I got quite a few. I mean, most of the Menko I have. I mean, I got a box of just mishmash of. I don't know. I get so much stuff in and trying to go through it, and a lot of them are just. It's a Kawanishi, but just one that you might like. It's got the same back.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Yeah, finding them in better condition is always an issue.
Yeah, I got that one.
Yes, it is.
But there've been a lot of competition for them now.
Very much so.
Yeah, especially anything with O in it.
Oh yeah. Anything with O just goes skyrocketing, no matter what it is.
Yeah, there's not much of a chance to win anything anymore.
Unless you really want to pay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got these over the past month. I got a bunch of different players here. I'll go through like one player and then maybe you can go to Mike. All right. So who is this guy? Who is that guy?
Kaneda.
Yes, Kaneda. And this is the back.
Ooh, nice. Like that set. There he is again.
Yep.
That's a sharp looking one too.
Layer back or scoreboard back. So this had to be 58.
Yeah.
I love the colorized photos like that are just
number 4 in the rotation. Number 4.
Great backs. I feel like that one is in multiple colors. There's a pink one.
Yes, there. I got the pink one's the first one I think of. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if there's other ones or not, but. Nice.
I want to say, is that Toyota?
I'm
not sure if it's Toyota or not.
I can't tell. Nice.
This is from the
I think that's from that set. Didn't Brian show us the uncut sheet that he had? I think from that set.
Yeah. I had it uncut and then I cut it up because I had Nagashimas in it. Yes. All right, so that's the Kaneda cards. Let's see here. Let's go to Yamauchi. Yamauchi will be next. Here's Yamauchi.
Nice. It's a great set.
Yeah, so many cards with this pose, but I guess everybody has lots of cards at the same pose.
Yeah. What is the patch? I see it in all the cards, but I don't know what it is and what it says.
Yeah.
On the sleeve.
I forgot what I think. Well, no, I don't. No. He does. Gary does specify patch on one of these sets, but it doesn't say what kind of patch it is. I'm not sure
Gotcha.
what patch that
I
is.
obviously something to do with the team. I just was curious.
Yeah. Let's see here. I guess I'll show another one. Okay, this is. You guys can tell me who this is. You guys know who this is.
Nomura?
Nomura, yeah.
What?
It's Maru-san.
That's those sets are always the hardest for me to figure out which is which.
Yes, I agree.
Are those Nagashimas? Is that from that set that you're trying to figure out? Or was that
I don't remember. There's look this back. There are lots of cards. I have several cards of Nagashima that I need help identifying. I'll show you.
Oh no, it's the scoreboard backs are the ones that you were.
Yeah, the most recent ones I needed help with.
Yeah.
I love to see now.
Oh,
This is a
winner card.
third place winner.
oh my God.
I love this picture.
Nice.
Maru-san. And this one's good too.
Like I said, I love the pink backs. I have like a sort of minor collection of pink and neon colored cards.
Here's, I guess I'll throw in the Nagashima for now. This is from, I think this might be from a playing card set, the box. Jeff sold this to me.
Oh wow, that's gorgeous.
Trying to focus here. It's blank back because I think it's from it's the box of I think it's a box of from something, but I'm not sure. But I would, yeah.
He looks so young there. Wow.
Yeah, he does. That's awesome. All right. Okay, Mike, you got some more stuff?
I do. So a couple of things. I think I mentioned this last time we met up. I tend to go down these little rabbit holes. Robert sent me on the magazine rabbit hole not many months ago, and so
which is a good hole to go down.
It's a fantastic, and I'm not complaining about any of these rabbit holes. I really enjoy it because I'm always discovering. I mean, you can spend your whole life just looking for Menkos and always be finding something new that you've never seen before. But the more of these rabbit holes I go down, I just find all this stuff. I'm just like, wow, this is super awesome, super cool. But when I went down recently, it was bento boxes, lunch boxes. I think the last time I showed the Speed Racer one. This is that O that I was talking about. That it's clearly not copyrighted or doesn't say O anywhere on it, but that's clearly O. And it's flamenco stance, left-handed bat as not. I guess they could probably get away with it. Maybe not. No, I didn't say Giants. What are you talking about? Yeah. So it's just
Wait, what was the last one? What was your last tid? Did your
last time I showed the Speed Racer one?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So same sort of style, actually, stylistically, as this one. Same manufacturer too, actually. You can't see it because of the scuffing, but the markings on the back of the bento boxes were the same. So they're made by the same company. So I just love finding things like that. For that, this is actually something our good friend Ryan, who couldn't make it tonight, just sent me. He sent me a care package. I send him anytime I get Sumo cards, I just send them to him, or I ask him like, "Hey, do you need this one?" And I send them on to him, and he was very, very kind to send some stuff back to me. But he sent me a box of stuff, cards, mostly 70s Menko, but it included this, which I just love. This is a sports diary, sports journal. So you can see Kawakami up here. And this is Ricky Dojan, the wrestler, or former sumo wrestler and then professional wrestler. And it's a year long. The back is an ad for a pen company, an ink pen company. But it's pretty much it starts in January, and can see in kind of the front cover here, the inside cover actually says how to write a diary or whatever. And then this is just like, okay, 1956 sports diary. And it starts in like New Year's, and then it goes through, and it just has sort of randomly on different pages, pictures of sumo wrestlers, pictures of baseball players. There's, professional wrestlers. There's Starfin, there's Nishizawa, there's Kawakami. There's pretty much anybody of note in the sports world from that era. This is the Ricky Dozon wrestling one. And towards the back here, there's this one for Christmas that is amazing that I have to show, and I'll move on. This is absolutely amazing. So the players dressed as Santa Claus. I am pretty sure that that's Kaneda. I don't know. I haven't translated this, but it looks like him. But every single page in here has information about the different sports, different athletes, and it has places where you could write in, what you did in your sports life that day or whatever. And so I had never seen this before, and I just think it's super cool. And Ryan, thank you very much for sending that to me. It was a very, very welcome gift. Then last couple of things here. I'll show you this. So I like space-related things as well. Kind of falls along with this. And so I got this a lot. I got it for a lot of reasons, but my favorite reason for this is the cover, especially the dog in his spacesuit. There. I just think it's absolutely amazing. And it's a full set. It's actually tons of them, but it's these the little flyer Menkos of all these different sort of space alien kind of related things. So it has the notches here, and it came with this large stack of rubber bands. I don't know if these are vintage or if someone put them in there later, but you would, hook them on there, and then you could fling them and throw them. They would fly, and the backs are just as cool. Whatever that is. And so there's like a couple different colored ones here. It's like a satellite, and has a ray gun on the back. Is that the Maru?
Yeah, we call it Maru 10.
Maru 10. Sorry, yeah.
But I don't know if that's actually. I think Amada has a similar logo, but.
I just always go by what Gary has in the guide.
Actually, most of them are made up, the names, because we don't know. Whatever's in the middle. Some of them are real, but yeah.
Oh, some of them are. I just always assumed just because it was a.
Yeah, some of them are actual real names of companies, and other ones we just kind of guessed. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's another one that with a sort of Godzilla-ish kind of back tank. One other color here is this green rocket, like that, with
how many different ones? Do you know how many different ones there
are? So of the fronts, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 different fronts, but the backs have I think somewhere like 6 to 8 different backs to them. But super cool. So right up my alley. For so many different reasons. If anybody wants some of these, message me. I have so many of them that I'm happy to send some along, because I don't need all of these.
Have you seen other cards with the same notches like that? Because I've seen notches that were dug out, but not. Those look like kind of like teeth or something. The ones that there. I've never seen
these
them like
are pretty prominent.
Yeah,
I've seen some that are intended to be the fly, but these are really those other ones you see is like a circle, just a notch into it. These are built to be more around it. That's the first time I've seen something exactly, especially from this era. There might be something similar I've seen from later eras, but that's it. I got 2 more things and I'll be done.
Oh, all right.
Or do you want me to move on?
we'll move on and you finish the next time.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Robert, I'm sure you got some stuff laying around you want to share?
Yeah, stuff that I had mostly in my collection, but I always like the older the better, and I guess the oldest as you can get, and they're obviously all generic, but these are I guess early 1900s,
Wow.
and as you like the same kind of mirror image on the back. Yeah, they're a lot of glare, but
Oh wow, look at that guy.
yeah, they had
I
some
don't
that
think I've ever seen these.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, I got.
And you think these are early 1900s? That's what you?
Yeah, they're. Yeah, this one is. Yeah, I have some like this. I mean, at least the 20s or earlier, but might be the teens. It's hard to say for sure. Here's one that says yeah, this one's actually written backwards.
Oh wow.
Showing them you show. So like country's youth championship.
Wow.
And then there's there's other. I don't know. This looks like KO.
Man.
And then I have a bunch like that. This one is I'll put this one out so you can see it easier. This one here is like Japan's #1 pitcher on KO, and it says 1919, and it looks like it says Seattle, Japan at the bottom.
Huh.
And we think it might be Ono.
Oh wow.
And
Jeez.
so those are ones I like. I have other. Well, those were rectangle. I have round ones too.
Oh nice. Oh, I've seen those in one of the books. I feel like.
Yeah, most of them have the greenbacks, and then these. I don't know if these are older. They kind of don't look a lot like baseball, but you can see it looks like a bat and a ball.
Yeah.
This says someone wrote their name on the back, I guess. And then
jeez.
They're blank. Then there's some that say like runner, safe with a greenish back. Let's see if there's any other that are. Oh, this one's kind of cool too.
Oh man.
Wow.
Well, baseball.
Yeah.
Blank back. And then this one is. I'll put this one out so you can see it easy.
Oh, I've seen. Where have I seen this before? Maybe it was maybe it's in one of the Menko books. I can't remember, but man.
Yeah, it might be. I got the Menko graffiti here, and then I picked up. I mean, I got a lot of these are the bookmark style Menko.
Oh yes. I've seen a couple of these recently online, just randomly.
Yeah, I just got another one. I don't know. I end up having doubles. I usually pick them up when I see them, unless they're just too expensive. But yeah, I like some of the backs, and like this one here. It says American players, Indiana.
Okay, yeah. So the one I saw recently had one player standing and said Indiana across the chest, and yes, that one. These ginormous cleats on him. Yes. Yeah. Clogs. They look more like.
Yeah, and most of these have. I think I have a few different ones with look like that. A lot of them have different backs. This has like a calendar. Some of them just have writing on the back, but other ones.
Awesome.
Yeah, this one has a different type of back.
Oh wow.
Airplane. So I guess it had a bit after airplane was invented. Yeah, I just like picking up. And I guess most of these are generic, but I like the artwork on them. And this guy, I don't. Okay, yeah. Nice picture.
Nice.
Although it says manager at the top, so I don't know.
Yeah, player manager back then, pretty
Yeah,
common.
this is just amazing. The artwork. I
Yeah,
love it.
real images, something on the back.
Man, those are absolutely incredible.
Yeah, those. Of course, they're not. None of those are catalogs, since doesn't really know.
Generic. Yeah.
Yeah, and Gary has like supposed to be bromides. He's got thousands and thousands of them that aren't cataloged because you just don't know what sets they're from. And I was talking to him. He said if he was going to do anything again, if he was able to start over, especially with the bromides, to measure the images, not the frame, because a lot of them you come and they're trimmed, or you'll find different borders on them. But if you're able to measure just the image part without the border, it's a lot easier to see that they're from the same set or not because of the size.
Wow.
Because I've got them, they're off by a quarter of an inch, an eighth, whatever, because either they were trimmed or just how they were printed. Because then sometimes you can see if they were like different prize cards or something like that. But
yeah,
it's a lot of work. Back in December, I picked up a collection. There were 7,000 cards, bromides, and a lot of them are autographed. I picked up. I still have here loads autographed bromides.
If you ever need help going through that, you give us a ring. I'll fly down.
Yeah, there's a Wakabayashi autograph.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there was a lot of them. So it was an incredible collection. But yeah, Gary took months just to go through the baseball that he needed and try to catalog them, or at least separate them by any way that he could. But yeah, it's so difficult.
That's
all right. So I purchased.
Amazing.
I purchased some panels, and so this is the panel I didn't care about. So this is one of the panels.
Nice.
I purchased. What do you call it, samurai? I'm not sure what the genre.
These are all actors.
Yeah.
They're playing roles of samurai and other. Yeah.
And I don't know which one it was that came with it, but I purchased this because it looks like it has actors and baseball players.
It does, yes.
And I bought it. And I bought. Thank you. I bought it for Yoshida and Kaneda card.
That one on the top left, I have that. That was
Nakanishi and Sugiyama.
Yeah, that one came in my that same lot.
And who's this?
It's Kajimoto on the Hankyu and Tamiya on the Tigers.
I was gonna say I thought they look like Tamiya. Okay.
Are those card backs, like playing card backs?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yep.
There's some kind of red tint to it.
Yeah, the color coming through. Yeah.
Yeah. And another panel I bought for you guys can help me identify the other players, but I bought it for the Nagashima, right here. And there's so on the top, who's this?
Looks like Ono on the left and Yama. Huh? I can't see the other. Is it Yamada or Yamauchi? Yamauchi is the right one, and Ono is the left one.
Okay, there's Nagashima. Yeah, so I'm going to cut this out eventually.
Mori,
yeah.
Shibata.
All right. Now the actors. I'm kidding. And these backs, same.
Yeah, I've got that Mori too in that same lot.
All right, you guys might have seen a picture of this, but I finally purchased it, and I haven't looked through it yet. But I did want to show you guys this. I imagine, Robert, you might already have this.
Oh, yeah, I have that here.
Yes, it is a book of all the Nagashima Menko.
Yeah.
It's literally all of them, or it's just like.
Well, a lot of them. I'm not sure.
Okay. I didn't know if it was
not even Menko, but it also Calbi.
Calbi and everything. Wow.
Yeah, that goes.
Yeah, so it basically it shows some older stuff, and then it goes from so it starts basically in run of Menkos and goes
Yeah.
forward in time. So
That's
this will help me
awesome.
a lot. Yeah.
Oh, it has our name in here. The ballpark. Larry Furman.
All right. Let's go to some Nagashimas.
Nice.
Yeah.
He has. There are several of these images with like a solid color backs as well.
Oh, okay. Ooh, nice. The animal back. Huh. You know, I don't see that very often.
Forgive me, I think I might have showed this one last time.
You can never show it enough.
Mario-san black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Mario-san black and white. There was a black and white that I have in here somewhere that I showed to Gary because this is not in the catalog. And he's actually going to change the description on some of these because they're too vague. This also has a solid pink version, which I believe is a rookie card.
Nice.
Bats with bat knobs. This is a 59 scoreboard back. But this is one of the cards I couldn't identify. I'm not sure which 59 set it belongs to.
Yeah.
Same with the next two I'm showing you. I think I did show you guys last time. So maybe now that Robert's here, maybe he could help me identify these. I don't know which sets this one is in. Because I don't see any kind of description for this picture. Same with this. This one might be. This one might be portrait. Sorry, Robert. Go ahead.
I guess I always have a lot of trouble figuring them out too. And
yeah, I'm assuming this would be one of the portrait descriptions, but there's a few portraits in the 59 sets. So I'm not sure which one belongs to.
Yeah, sometimes they'll have like letter up, chest up, or things like that. Right. But it's hard to tell.
Which one is it? Are those his hips, or is that his waist? Yeah. We can't tell which.
Yeah.
All right. So I have two Koyamas here.
Nice. I love those backs.
Yeah.
The curveball.
Another Koyama. All right, then we have some Toyota.
Nice, nice.
Same set. Yoshio Yomita. And I want to say this is Koyama again.
Yep.
Koyama.
Too bad back.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think this is 58. I'm not sure. All right. And I got those, the non-Kanamashima guys, I got those in a lot that was together. I believe, no, these are some other guys. I'm not sure who they are. Trying to see how I can get this in focus.
Okay. It's an interesting color scheme for their random blue bill.
It's still not focused.
Yeah, it's really hard to see.
It is. Sorry. I don't think it's going to come in focus. It looks like he might be a foreigner. I'm not sure. He's a popular player, but I forgot his name. I do have. I forgot.
I forgot to.
Looks like a foreigner too.
It's a Tigers, like, put the name so small.
Yeah, it's just so out of focus.
It's from this set.
It's just teeny tiny too. I can't read it.
Okay. All right. Not sure if I shared these already. Yeah, these are just shared. I believe I am finished with mine. I don't think I have more to share. All right. Let's see here. Let me back up. All right. Mike, you have one last thing?
I got just two more things.
Sure.
I'm finished. So I love these images. I picked these up. These are the Morinaga top stars. They're not Menko, but they're so here. Yeah, it's a pretty. I would say it's a common set, but it's definitely I think a recognizable. I guess maybe is what I'm trying to get at. But really good condition. Here's Kaneda.
Oh, I haven't seen the Kaneda image before.
Oh yeah, so it's Kaneda. So this is 51. No, 64. 64. So later in his career, obviously, and then Nomura. So I got these alls a lot together, all the 3 Hall of Famers, and could not pass them up. And then this is probably my favorite thing I picked up in the last month. This is one that doesn't happen often, but every now and then I'll be, like I said, going down a rabbit hole looking at something completely different. And I started going down and looking at, the word's escaping me, but like Shugi, it's there's like game mats. Robert, what's that?
Sugoroku?
No. It's like old children's games like Chutes and Ladders. It's like a paper board game.
Hold on, let me fix it up.
Like one of these?
Yes, just like that. Yes. Is that what they're called?
Yes. Sugoroku.
Is that what it's Sugoroku?
Yeah. So the Yaku.
I've never seen that one. That's awesome.
Yeah, I have one of these in my auction coming up. I had a couple of them.
Oh wow. I will keep an eye out for that.
And it's like, once in a while, like it has, what is this, Asahi Toys, it's from Nagoya.
Yeah.
So it's, and some of them actually, you'll see the dates on them. It'll be, who printed them and everything else too.
Yeah. So I had come across them and discovered, and I was looking at some sellers on Yahoo Auctions or somewhere, and I was just going through all their different listings, and I just was seeing all this cool stuff. And this seller had this listed, and it's one of these things where they didn't label it any way that anybody would find it by just a normal search. And I couldn't believe my luck. I got it for 1,000 yen when the auction closed. But this is a Nishizawa.
Oh, wow.
It's a JF2. It's excuse me. No. This is a JBR 39C. This is it's 1951 Circle T bromide first prize. So just a beautiful image. Has like this orange border on it.
Yeah, I love that border. Yeah.
And you can see the in the back here. I don't know if you can see with the glare, but it has the little bit of minor paper loss up in the top corners where it was attached, to get pulled off and everything. Just beautiful image, and I just you don't see these things very often. So I was really excited to find that for way less than it's probably worth. I don't remember what Gary has it listed as, but super beautiful image. I collect Nishizawa, so I was very excited to grab that one. So that's it for me this month.
All right.
All
right, Robert.
I was going to say, it's interesting you showed those Morinaga cards. Actually, this morning I just picked up, obviously I didn't get it yet, is an unopened pack of the gum. And
Really?
I've had a single wrapper before. There was one with O or Nagashima. This
Yeah.
was the whole package, all sealed, still sealed
Really?
up. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's looking forward to seeing that one when I get
That's
it.
awesome.
Recently there was a discovery of a Kabaya Leaf card too that were in unopened ones.
Oh wow.
I didn't get them, but I did get a couple of the cards that were open from there that were graded, PSA ones, and I do have a wrapper and one pack of gum. But it's amazing after all these years what we can still find and what's
No,
out there.
Absolutely.
Well, I watched your video when you showed the Kabaya Leaf card in your
Yeah,
most recent videos. I forgot which player it was. You said it was one of the rare ones.
yeah, it was this one. This Takahashi.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was in the most recent one, right?
Yeah, there's actually three of the the rare ones. There's just because they weren't really known, and Mel Bailey didn't have them originally. There's three that have the circle, and then there's one that's player Yoshida, I think number 17, has the square type of front. But yeah, they kind of resemble the 59 tops.
They do. Yeah. Love
But,
it.
Yeah, Robert, I need to talk to you about maybe showing me some more of those the gum cards from the game gum cards.
Okay.
So I might want to pick up some more of those.
Okay.
I didn't buy any from you last time. I wish I had now.
Yeah, I got so much stuff here. It's ridiculous.
It's a good problem to have, Robert.
Yeah, because obviously it's my business, so I'm always trying to buy stuff to sell. But I like collecting too, so makes it difficult.
Do you when it comes to your personal collection? I'm curious. I know we've already been a long night, but you mentioned like the older those ones that you show, the older ones seem like that's kind of your personal collection. Are there other players or just things that you say like, okay, this is what I personally collect?
I collect too many different things, unfortunately. I had videos I made of this baseball, like the ceramic statues.
Yes.
And I like picking up, and even early O stuff. Like there's a book from 1959.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they made one.
I saw Nagashima with that.
Yeah, there's Kaneda. There's other ones like that. I have other magazines that I just picked up. I picked up a 1959. It was when before he even played his first game, he was at Miyazaki for the spring camp. A postcard where he answered some questions and he signed his name and wrote. I have it here if you want to see it.
The picture one when he talks about the picture.
Yeah, where he talks about because it's funny. I had two postcards. One was from 62, I think, end of 61, 62 New Year's card that he sent to somebody, and I had it to National and I gave it to PSA, and they didn't know what to do with it, so they ended up giving it back to me. They didn't even contact Gary, but and then I found this other one from 59. It was actually postmarked February 19th, and
wow,
and I don't know what they call it in English, but it's like a Ofuku postcard. It's like a round trip postcard where it would be like two pieces and you would pay for both of them. Then you cut off one and you write your response or whatever and then send it back. But it was already like a prepaid one.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that one had someone had asked 4 questions. We said, "Oh, I'll answer your 4 questions." The first 2, well, he didn't answer. He said he couldn't answer them. I don't know what the questions were. The third one was that he's currently a pitcher, but he really doesn't know what the future is going to be. And then the last one was it seems to be a lot tougher than he expected. So I assume he was talking about the spring camp.
Wow.
But, so at first you know, it's like it was dated February 19th. It was from Miyazaki because it had the postmark on it, and he even wrote Miyazaki. But I'm like, well, how do I know? Was he really there? And first, I found, I don't know if you've seen this book called
Yes.
Treasures, and there's actually you know, there's a picture of him, and it's in the magazine too, where he's arriving at Miyazaki Station,
Mm-hmm.
and it mentions like he left on the first. It was in the other magazine I have, and it mentions what time he left the train station from Tokyo, what time he arrived in Miyazaki, and he's holding his bag. So I don't know if he brought that postcard with him and it's in his bag, or it was sent there, but it was only within a couple of weeks from, you know, when he arrived there to when he actually, you know, wrote the postcard and sent it back to the person.
That's
So
amazing.
you know, it's a good way to, you know, at least date it. And
Wow.
and since it was actually postmarked from, you know, the post office on that date, it wasn't just, you know, he didn't write the date himself, because his signature looks completely different, you know, than it does now. And yeah, I've seen him in the other magazine I have. If you want to get it out, but it has you know, his real early signature, which looks a lot different. So they're not. It's hard for them to authenticate it. But now that I got a lot more, you know, proof or documentation of what it should look like, because even that Treasures book has a postcard that he wrote to somebody else and a letter too, and you can see a lot of the characters are the same, the way he wrote certain letters and things. So, you know, that helps.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's something I'm hold on
How
to.
you how you track these things down? I'm amazed.
A
Wow.
lot of it's luck, and but I've been doing Japanese baseball, I don't know, 34 years.
Yeah.
The first thing I ever found was Kagome packs from 1950. That was in like an '89.
Wow.
And yeah, so it was, and I didn't know if anyone had any interest in this stuff. There was other Menko cards too, and it's amazing that it's back then when I first started, I'd buy anything, stickers, you know, whatever I found. I just thought it was all great. A lot of it, you know, junk. I wouldn't want it now because it's a common or whatever. And so many other things have just been like never saw them again. I have a card of Ogawa. It's only one known. I found it in the early '90s. It was a Grieco card from the candy company. Never saw another one. And other things you don't see for a long time. Even the Kabaya Leaf cards. When I found the number 65, which according to Mel Bailey's paper, it was never issued. No one ever knew it existed. And it's after 50 some odd years that something turns up, and it's even, you know, you guys always finding cards that, you know, Gary never all the time on eBay or whatever, and find cards you've never seen before. That's what I think makes it so much more fun. Than, you know, American cards, almost everything's known.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, there's always something to look for, you know, to find and things like that. So it keeps it interesting.
Here.
All
Love
right.
it.
Well, Robert, thank you very much for joining us today.
Oh, I appreciate it. Anytime.
It was really a pleasure. Pleasure.
Yeah, it's great seeing you guys stuff and talking to you, and had a great time.
All
Thanks
right.
for the comments too. I missed a bunch at the beginning. I didn't realize they were there.
It's all right. So we'll plan to meet up again late October, sometime before Halloween, maybe October 20 whatever. And so hopefully Ryan will be able to join us next month. And
Sure he will. He just has to show extra now. So.
Yeah, I know he regrets not coming today. All right.
I'm sure he does.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much for coming, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate
Pleasure. Thanks for hosting, Dan.
See ya.
All right. Take care.
it.
Bye.
See you guys.